Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Impact Play, impacting more than just gaming. We are your one-stop news shop for the latest and greatest in tech, gaming, entertainment, sports, and even music. We are amplifying voices from those perspective fields and having those stories told here on the Impact Play. Join us as we record the show live over at twitch.tv/the Impact Play and by clicking on that notification bell so you will be notified when we go live later on YouTube or even on your favorite podcast platform. Just simply search for the Impact Play. However you consume your content, wherever you consume it, we are there. Your support keeps the lights rolling and keeps the content coming. You can support us over at anchor.fm/the Impact Play /support. Or via Patreon, whichever Crew and above get the show ad-free. Go to Crew and above, have exclusive access to not only the post show, but they can even call in to be a part of the live show experience, plus early access and so much more. Learn more and become a Patreon supporter today at patreon.com/the Impact Play, or even by using our creator code the Impact Play. We are an Epic partner, so with every purchase you make within the Epic ecosystem, when you use a creator code, we do get a commission to help support the show at no extra cost to you. It'll take us to newer heights, and just by simply just doing the things that you normally do, whether it be buying V-Bucks on Fortnite, no matter the platform, the latest car in Rocket League, or even the latest costume in, what's that game? Fall Guys. But yeah, nonetheless, every little bit goes a long way and will help us support the show and will keep the content churning even more. But nonetheless, I'm your founder and host, Mohammed, otherwise known as It's Yigu. This is episode 144. On the agenda, we have even more companies are rallying support for Ukraine. We have all the announcements from PlayStation State of Play. Ubisoft has been hit with a cyber attack. A Dead Space remake is inbound. Call of Duty Warzone is coming to mobile. An Xbox Showcase is coming soon. Gamescom is going hybrid. We finally have a release date for Gotham Knights. Valve's Steam Deck can run Windows. A new executive order on crypto. Everything announced at Apple's peak performance. LimeWire is making a return. The Penguin is getting his own spin-off. A new trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi. The MLB lockout is finally at a close. You will see Fight Night results and what went down at SmackDown. Plus new music from Megan Thee Stallion, Dua Lipa, and more. Plus the top stories of the week. So, without further ado, we are going to essentially get into what we have been playing, what we have been enjoying, and essentially what we have been up to. Alright folks, so I'm pretty much almost at I'm at the very last episode of what's that show called? Power Rangers Dino Thunder, which is season 2 is available now on Netflix. Yeah, but it took a turn where I never thought it would. Otherwise than that, gameplay wise, I haven't dived into Rocket League yet, but I have been playing some Destiny 2. We did a live stream 2 days ago when we were playing the Beyond the Light campaign. If you missed that, you could also go back to our Twitch channel, go check out the VOD, or the VOD itself will be uploaded later on our YouTube channel. I've been having a blast with that. I'm trying to get as much as possible so I could start the Witch Queen content. Other than that, I have been playing Pokemon Unite. I've been having a blast with that on mobile. What else do we got here? Alright. So, it looks like that's about it. All we have for you. Now we're going to go into the news. And we're going to start with, of course, the not just gaming industry, but the industry as a whole, following up their support for over what's happening in Ukraine. So, without further ado, let's get right into it, folks. Zoom. Alrighty, so this first one's coming over from Games Industry. Well, there's a couple are coming from GamesIndustry.biz. So Supercell and CI Games have both withdrawn sales and downloads of their games in Russia and Belarus amidst the ongoing war in Ukraine. In a statement, Supercell said it has removed its games from app stores in 2 countries and existing players will be suspended with the next client update. So Sniper Ghost Warrior developer CI James said it is also ceasing all sales of its games in Russia and Belarus for the foreseeable future and is working with its partners in the coming days to pull it back its catalog from stores in the coming days. Next, we have Nintendo has delayed Advanced Wars 1 and 2 reboot camp with no word on a release date. And in addition, the company has also quietly suspended all sales via the Russian eShop on the Switch and temporarily placed the store into maintenance mode. PlayStation and Rovio are the latest gaming brands to withdraw their offerings from Russia over the invasion of Ukraine. A Sony representative confirmed the move to GameIndustry.biz, saying Sony Interactive Entertainment joins the global community and calling for peace in Ukraine. We have suspended all software and hardware shipments and launch of Gran Turismo 7 operations of the PlayStation Store in Russia. To support humanitarian aid, Sony Group Corporation announced a $2 million donation to the United Nations High Commission for Refugees and the international NGO Save the Children to support the victims of this tragedy. But yeah, last week, no, we were talking about that. So Rovio posted its own statement to LinkedIn, saying its actions would also apply to Belarus. All right. Nintendo and Bungie have now stopped shipping and selling products to Russia. In a statement, Nintendo said it's suspending shipment to Russia for the foreseeable future. We already said it, but this is like more deep down. Volatility surrounding the logistics of shipping and distributing physical goods. Meanwhile, Bungie has also halted all sales of Destiny 2 in Russia and Belarus. Players will still have access to the free base of the game and any DLC they have purchased previously, but no longer be able to buy any other premium content or in-game currency. The developer also released a custom blue and yellow emblem that players can claim for free to express support for Ukraine. The emblem we humbly tried to exemplify the hope and courage that has been so emblematic of the Ukrainian people during this impossible time, Bungie said, alongside Ukraine's coat of arms and mercenistic sunflowers, Ukraine's national flower, populate the peaceful countryside, a metaphor for hope and our way of expressing solidarity. Okay, I'll worry about that later. We did Nintendo and Bungie. Now here's YouTube as well. YouTube says it will start completely blocking YouTube channels funded by the Russian government after it blocked channels like RT and Sputnik in Europe earlier this month. The company also announced it would be removing content from the Russian invasion of Ukraine that denies, minimizes, or trivializes well-documented violent events. Pokemon Go. Developer Niantic Labs has suspended operations of its games in Russia and Belarus in response to the ongoing conflict. All of Niantic's apps have been pulled from their respective app stores in the 2 countries, with functionality for apps already downloaded set to be going dark shortly. Games affected include Pokemon Go, Pikmin Blue, and the company's original IP, Ingress Prime. Netflix has suspended servers in Russia. Bandai Namco has pledged $100 million yen, that's around 650,000 euros, to help humanitarian efforts in Ukraine following Russia's illegal and devastating invasion. In support to save the children and support of the humanitarian cause for people affected by the crisis in Ukraine and seeking refuge outside the country. Blooper Team is halting sales of all its titles in Russia and Belarus, and is working with partners to pull its games from all partners and stars across all platforms. PayPal has shut down its services in Russia. And that's all we got for you. So next one, we're going to move on to your gaming play, folks. So Sony held their state of play on, when did they hold it? On, let me see, March 8th. So, like 5 days ago. With a focus on games coming from Sony's Japanese partners, from IPs like Capcom's Exoprimal to Returns update bringing campaign co-op. So we have a full list of all the announcements. So Capcom reveals Exoprimal coming to PS4 and PS5 in 2023. We have Ghostwire Tokyo gets a new trailer ahead of its launch later this month. We have a new demo that's available for Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin, as well as a release date for March 15th. We have Forspoken. We had a new trailer that dived into gameplay, and it will be releasing October 11th. We have Gundam Evolution. The Western release has been confirmed that a network test is inbound for later in 2022. That's when the release date will be. But it's essentially a 6v6 Gundam style battle royale type multiplayer type game. It will be launching essentially on the PS4, PS5, Xbox Series consoles, Xbox One, and even PC. TMNT, the Cowabunga Collection, has been announced for 2022, featuring titles including the Tournament Fighters, the arcade game, Back from the Sewer, and more. And it's coming to consoles this year. We got a reveal trailer for Gigabash. It's a Kaiji brawler. I didn't see this at that announcement. Hold on. We did a live reaction to it. Let me see. Where is that? Let me see if it looks familiar. Oh, this is an ad. Okay. So we'll go back to that later. Now we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is essentially a fighting game coming to all platforms this fall. And it will have, I believe, 50 characters. Yeah, 50 different characters that will be coming. Okay, now let's see in this trailer. Let me see if it looks familiar. Gigabash. Oh, that's what that was? Hold on. Do I have it in my notes? How did I miss that? Hold on. I got another page here. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know how I could have missed that. And I remember seeing this in the state of play. All right. And that's what it is. I guess I missed that one. But next, we have a new trailer for a Black and White Samurai Adventure, Trek to Yomi. So it is Black and White. Okay, I wasn't sure. We have an update for Returnal Ascension, a campaign co-op that's coming later on this month. Square Enix announced two additional titles: a new strategy RPG called the Diophile Chronicle, as well as Valkyrie Elysium. That is revealed for the PlayStation 4 and 5. And this is the only game that definitely caught my eye. So if you guys are interested in checking our react to it, we have to check out our YouTube channel and look for it there. Alright, moving on. Speaking of PlayStation 4 owners can now get 3 free months of Apple TV Plus. Coming from The Verge. Sony is once again announcing a cross promotion with Apple TV Plus to offer its console owners an extended free trial of the premium service. Owners of the last generation PlayStation 4 console who do not already have Apple TV Plus can redeem 3 months of service at no charge. So it's similar to the PS5 where they get 6 free months. So both of them promos are redeemable until July 22nd. All right. Next, we have an Idea Xbox Showcase coming on March 16th. So in partnership with Twitch Gaming, they'll be coming together once again to showcase updates and new announcements of amazing games coming to Xbox from independent developers on March 16th, 10 a.m. Pacific. So let me convert that to Eastern. Hold on, give me a second, folks. Which is 1 p.m. It'll feature updates, new shows, gameplays from Finji and White Thorn, as well as the first game from I Am 8-Bit's brand new publishing label. In addition to all this, fans will be also get a chance to see the latest and hear from teams working on Shredders, Roblox, and some new games that you need to tune in to see. It'll be showcased exclusively over on twitch.tv/Twitch Gaming or twitch.tv/Xbox. And the event is also open to co-streaming as well. All right, moving on. Xbox is set to launch a women's mentorship program in order to bring more women into the games industry, according to GameIndustry.biz. The program will see women at the firm connect with aspiring talent via one-on-one coaching sessions in order to foster career development. At launch, the mentoring will be offered in select markets, including the US, UK, France, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Japan, and Korea. More countries and details will follow soon. It is our hope that this program generates meaningful engagements with tangible and purposeful actions to help foster career development in the games space, said Rare executive producer Louise O'Connor in a blog post sharing the news. In GDC later this month, Xbox is hosting a panel made up of female leaders across the company to share their career journeys. That's good on Xbox as well. They're always doing some amazing stuff with giving back, essentially, and paving the way forward. Here's a new acquisition. Atari announced it has purchased video games database Moby Games. The site provides updated information and title credits ranging from AAA to indie titles. Why would they go ahead and purchase that? I feel like what's going to happen is they're trying to branch out other than just making games. I feel like that's what's happening, to make it more like a marketplace. But let's keep reading this. That's essentially it. That's what we got. So Netflix, new head of gaming strategy planning and analysis, Robert Barrera, announced his appointment in the streaming platforming company, as reported by PocketGamer.biz. Barrera previously served as senior director of corporate strategy at PlayStation and leaves after 11 years. He originally joined the publisher back in 2011 as a senior analyst. So we'll see. Again, we just have to wait for the fruits of the labor, essentially. Now, moving on to WWE 2K2. So new post-content updates have been revealed through July 22nd and will include, here's the list, the Banzai Pack, which will be released April 26th, which will include Yokozuna, Umanga, Rakisha, Omos, Casey, Catanzaro. The Most Wanted pack will make its release on May 17th. Includes the Cactus Jack, the Boogeyman, Vader, Elja, Dranov, and Indy Hartwell. The stand backpack will be released June 7th. So we have the roster includes Hurricane Helms, Stacy Kybler, A-Kid, Wesley, and Nesh Carter. Clouding Around pack will come out on June 28th. Will include Doink the Clown, Ronda Rousey, the British Bulldog, Mr. T, Dowdrop, and Rick Boggs. And the whole damn pack will be released July 19th and will include Rob Van Dam, Logan Paul, Machine Gun Kelly, LA Knight, Exia Lee, and Commander Aziz. Snoop Dogg has joined FaZe Clan's board of directors and will now produce content under their brand's umbrella. Snoop has streamed games on Twitch for years and will continue to be a part of FaZe Clan as a board member, and will be responsible for grander business initiatives, including a community outreach program intended to help support young people. Niantic is acquiring Eighth Wall, a company that helps developers make web-based augmented reality apps, and what says it's its largest acquisition to date. The acquisition will help boost Niantic's Lightship developer platform and to help developers realize their visions for AR in the real-world metaverse. Let me go mute that other phone once I find it. All right. Microsoft is providing an update on its support for Valve's Steam Deck. Most Xbox Game Studio titles will run on the Steam Deck, but Microsoft's Gears 5, Halo the Master Chief Collection, Halo Infinite, and Microsoft's Flight Simulator X are unsupported. These titles don't work on the Steam Deck due to an anti-cheat system. It is not clear if they'll ever be supported in the future. So the A-verified titles include Deathloop, Psychonauts 2, Hellblade, The Numa's Sacrifice, The Evil Within, The Fallout Shelter, Prey, Battletoads, and Max the Curse of Brotherhood. The playable games are Sea of Thieves, Fallout 4, Forza Horizon 4 and 5, Quantum Break, State of Decay, Yos. Alright. Ubisoft experienced a cyber security incident last week that temporarily disrupted some game systems and services. The company reported over on Thursday. Ubisoft said who might be responsible, but on Friday evening, the group who apparently hacked NVIDIA beforehand. I gave it perpetually. Now I read it. But Ubisoft said it believes at this time there is no evidence any player personal information who accessed or exposed a byproduct of this incident. And everything, games and services are functioning normally. Out of caution, the company also initiated a company-wide password reset. Following EA's big reveal that a Dead Space remake was in the works last year, not a lot of new information has surfaced about the upcoming project. However, developer Motive Studios has announced a live stream offering fans early looks at game development and what goes into the remake of a game, and is coming March 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern. So, an Overwatch 2 beta is underway in April, and an alpha test kicks off for the hero shooter this week. Blizzard has announced additionally the company is splitting up its PvE and PvP modes in order to get a portion of the game into the hands of players sooner than would be possible. But there was more like a community update, which we did a live react to. You guys are interested in checking that out? Check that out over on our YouTube channel. And also our thoughts on this transparency. So we have a little bit of news for regarding Dr. Disrespect's ban over on Twitch. Guy being better known as the Dr. Disrespect, was permanently suspended from Twitch for reasons unknown back in June 2020. A year later, he launched a legal action over his ban, saying that the loss of his Twitch channel... Hold on, let me get rid of this. Oh, here it is. Not only impacted him financially, but also did seriously reputational damage. That's all water under the bridge now. Though and Dr. Disrespect and Twitch are friends again. As a result, my legal dispute with Twitch. Dr. Disrespect in a message posted to Twitter. No party admits to any wrongdoing. Okay, it's not exactly a warm embrace and stirring redemption of Old Lang Syne. I don't know get that reference, but it's probably as good as we're going to get. It's been almost 2 solid years since he was banned, and we still have no idea what caused it. He himself claimed that he did not know as well until several months after it happened. But yeah, literally no update, but we got an update at the same time. So an update with nothing new. But yes, Activision is bringing Call of Duty Warzone to mobile. The company announced Thursday, we are creating an all-new AAA mobile experience that will bring the thrilling, fluid, and large-scale action of Call of Duty Warzone to players on the go. This mobile Warzone will be a large-scale battle royale experience that's built natively for mobile with cutting-edge technology designed to entertain gamers around the world for many years to come. However, it seems the game is in early development, and that's all we got for you folks. Or at least anything further. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel has been downloaded 20 million times. According to IGN. Gamescom 2022 will be an in-person online hybrid event. Over the past two years, Gamescom has been all digital. But this time around, it'll be hybrid. So it'll be in the German location of Cologne. And as is tradition, the Gamescom opening live stream will kick off the event on August 23rd. And this will be followed by 4 days of access for the public, trade visitors, journalists, and content creators that will end on August 28th. Alright, Gotham Knights, we have a release date for October 25th. We have a Monster Hunter digital event that is coming March 15th. That will showcase 20 minutes of programming, including exciting reveals of new monsters, gameplay info, and more for a Sunbreak. Alright, which is at 10 a.m. PUBG has announced a Warframe crossover event. PUBG Mobile has announced a surprising crossover collaboration with Warframe, bringing the popular battle royale together with online multiplayer shooter. From March 10th to April 19th, PUBG Mobile players can earn Warframe themed skins, other items by playing and competing special missions and events. The developer says that more event tie-ins will be announced soon. Universal Studios has announced that Super Nintendo World Theme Park will be opening at its Los Angeles location in 2023. The announcement was made via a Twitter post on March 10th, known as Mario Day. The California location will be the first US-based Nintendo-themed amusement park to open. It will join Osaka as the second Super Nintendo World venue. Eyes up, Guardians, because the future is looking bright for Destiny 2, not only in the popular MMO's latest expansion, The Witch Queen, being praised as one of the greatest additions to hit the game thus far. Bungie has now confirmed Valve the Disciple, the game's most recent raid, has officially broken the record for day one attempts. According to the most recent, this week at Bungie Post, over 500,000 players attempted to clear Valve the Disciple on day one, an all-time high for the game. We saw a record number of players attempted their blind runs, diving headfirst into the fray without a guide or clear path in sight. Bungie wrote, to say that those that participated did an incredible job is a massive understatement. This article is written on GameSpot, by the way. Of course, not every player who attempted the challenge was triumphant. Of those 546,600 players, only 32,600 individuals managed to clear the full raid, roughly 6%. Amongst the 6% were 6 members of Clan Elysium, the first clan to emerge victorious. While securing this win is a victory in of itself. Clan Elysium also earned another distinction with the triumph, being the first ever back-to-back raid champions. However, even if your raid time doesn't earn you a spot at the top, you can still order some pretty cool Destiny 2 swag just for completing it. All players who complete the Valve of the Disciple raid prior to March 15th or 1 p.m. Eastern will be given the opportunity to purchase a limited edition jacket commemorating the event. Let me see, I'm curious. I always like their limited edition merch where you can't purchase it until you complete something within Destiny 2, which is a nice crossover. Oh, this is nice. This I like. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at, folks. Give me a second. So for all you audio listeners, you're definitely missing out if you're not coming back to check the VOD later. If you're unable to join us live now. But this is pretty nice. This is nice. Just look at the artwork. Oh, it packs up. Okay, that's nice. Wow. Look, there's $50 pre-order. And you can customize it too. See, this special Bungie reward is offered available to players who complete Valve as a Disciple raid by March 15th at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is 1 p.m. Eastern. I want it. And you can personalize it too. But yeah. And here's a fun note. Since my time playing Destiny 2, I've not completed a raid. Not even once. Because I think I attempted it once, but I don't know what it was. I was just curious, and I kept on dying left and right. So I just gave up on it. It's not a solo thing. You have to do it with a squad. All right, that's for it for your gaming play, folks. Now we're gonna move on to where are you? To tech, folks. LimeWire is making a comeback, and this time as an NFT marketplace. And as an FYI, I was using LimeWire back in the day too when it first came out. Thank you, Hypebeast, for that. AMD CPU have been reportedly stuttering issues. AMD has not confirmed the bug and identified the firmware trusted platform module as the reason behind the stuttering. It says it's working on a permanent solution, and though that won't arrive until May. And here's all the announcements from Apple's peak performance event. We have a Mac Studio, a new iPhone SE, or known as SE3, an iPad Air, and a Studio Display. So let's get into this, folks. So the SE, iPhone SE, it will use the same A15 Bionic chip that's in the iPhone 13 and will have 5G as well. It'll still retain the home button and Touch ID, a slightly improved battery life, and a slightly improved camera system. And will start at $429, and pre-orders are available now actually, and will ship on March 18th. The iPod Air is the first upgrade to the Air lineup since 2020. It'll bring Apple's most powerful M1 chip, a 20 megapixel ultra wide front camera, 5G, and other updates in a small design similar to the first generation iPod Air. Pricing will start at $599 and pre-orders will start on March 11th. M1 Max has a die-to-die interconnect, which lets Apple link two of them, giving basically double the savings, everything, processor and GPU cores, and so on, and bandwidth, and supports up to 128 gigs. But combined, it takes less power than two separate chips. The chip debuts in the new Mac Studio, a computer that looks like a double-weight Mac Mini. Although the base configuration comes with the M1 Max, Apple has positioned its peak performance as equal or greater to that of a Mac Pro. It'll have the new Mac Studio is a full of venting and a big cooling system. Will have 6 Thunderbolt 4 ports and can drive up to 4 Pro XDR monitors. It'll set you back almost $2,000. And now we have the Apple Studio display. The 27-inch 5K Retina display has the same iPad-like profile as the 24-inch iMac. It incorporates an A13 Bionic chip, the same one as the entry-level iPad, so it can process iPad-like features such as center stage via the built-in 20 megapixel webcam, plus multiple mics, 6 speakers, and 4 USB-C ports, one of which is Thunderbolt. And if you want the stand, it'll cost you extra. But the base price is starting at $15.99. And you can start ordering it March 18th. So there's a new executive order on crypto and digital assets and what have you. But essentially, the breakdown is all it is that the government is gonna look into it, not just regulating it, but essentially making it an official form of payment. That's essentially what it's going to lead to. The Steam Deck can run Windows, but an audio driver is not available just yet. So Valve has updated the drivers a user needs for getting Windows on the Steam Deck. Currently, only Windows 10 is available, and dual boot is still not possible. Which means if you go for installing Windows, and that's the only OS you're stuck with until you uninstall it. But Valve is working on ways to get Windows 11 and dual boot working on the Steam Deck. I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. Okay, so it looks like that's it for tech, folks. Now we'll move on to entertainment, but now we're going to take a break and come to it shortly. Alright, we are back, folks, and we're going to start with your entertainment play. But first, I'm going to take my Devalia coffee shop, powered by Ferto. Wow. Alright, let's get to it. So what do we got? Entertainment, right? Alright, so apparently it looks like we're getting 2 spin-offs. One will focus on Arkham Asylum, and one about the Penguin. Alright, let's see. We have some delays for you folks. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and The Flash have been pushed back to 2023. So, Aquaman will premiere on March 17th, 2023, and The Flash will release on June 23rd, 2023. And Black Adam will debut October 21st, 2022. And what's this? And then we got Wonka will premiere on December 15th, 2023. And Shazam Fury of the Gods will premiere on December 12th, 2022. And it looks like Alligator Loki is getting his own comic book spin off series. On Thursday, Marvel Comics has announced that Alligator Loki will be earning his 12-part comic story. The Alligator Tale will be available through the Infinity Comics format and will be released exclusively on Marvel's Marvel Unlimited app. And the series is written by Alisa Wong, with art by Robert Quinn and colors by Pete Kantazis. So WWE Evil, the upcoming Peacock series produced by John Cena that centers around WWE's most villainous characters, dropped its first trailer on Thursday. The 30-minute teaser features interview clips from the likes of Roman Reigns, Sasha Banks, Paul Heyman, The Miz, and Randy Orton, and each of which has explaining them their love for their roles, essentially. And will be coming March 21st to Peacock. So Adult Swim ordered season 3 of Busy Dabras. All right, Obi-Wan Kenobi. We got our first our first teaser trailer, I should say, and we did a live reaction to that as well. So you can check that out over on the YouTube channel. Hulu is with TV is giving users its unlimited DVR starting next month at no additional cost. A feature that will allow it to compete more directly with YouTube TV. The feature will apply to all Hulu and live TV subscriptions beginning April 13th. Will support playback and fast forwarding on recordings for up to 9 months. The countdown on the Batman ARG has finally ended. Now the website reveals it's even more clues to be resolved. The official website is at Rata Allara was teased after the end credits. If you guys haven't watched that, this is a little bit of a spoiler thing for you. The Batman, however, so you can essentially check it out. It'll give you JPEGs if you guys are interested, but I'll showcase you that website. But I haven't looked at those images though, but I've definitely gone ahead and downloaded them. We have a new trailer for The Boys Season 3. It'll debut on Prime Video on June 3rd. And Disney's Turning Red is out now. So that's it for entertainment. Now I'm going to move on to sports, folks. So we have the MLB lockout is finally at a close. Major League Baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Association have reached a deal on a new collection bargaining agreement Thursday afternoon. The owner imposed lockout came to an end some 99 days after it began. It was the second largest work stoppage in baseball history, behind only the 1994-1995 players' strike, which lasted 232 days. End of the lockout means the return of the business of baseball, and that means the trades and free agent signings can once again be made. So let me see if there's any updates on that deal. All right, let's see. So the union voted to approve a new proposal by a 26 to 12 march and a simple majority or 20 votes, although it was required by the new agreement to pass. The owners ratified the new 5-year CBA on Thursday night, voting 30 to 0 favor in all favor. MLB's offseason business is expected soon. Players will be able to report to spring training in the coming days. MLB teams are set to play a full 162 game season in 2022. And opening day is April 7th. So here are some of the agreement as well. The CBT threshold is at $230 million in 2023 and peaks at $244 million in the final year of the CBA. CBT penalty tier. There's introduction of a new tier that starts at $60 million past the threshold. Highest tier used to sit $40 million and above the threshold. Minimum salary $700,000 and peaks at $780,000 in the final year of CBA. The pre-earned bonus pool at $50 million in the postseason format, 12 teams. So that's all we got. Even though I didn't even understand that fully, but yeah. Magoomed and Khalif and Thiago Silva entered the UFC Fight Night main event on Saturday night with designs on edging closer to a light heavyweight title shot. And Khalif ultimately picked up the unanimous decision win, extending his division best winning streak. But few are likely to call for him to get a shot at the division crown after a fight that was severely lacking in action from both men. Much of the 5-round bout was spent with the two men circling and feinting, showing supreme respect for the power of the other by engaging little with anything resembling effective offense. So here are the results. We have Magoomed defeated Thiagos with an unanimous decision. Song Yangdong defeated Marlon Moraes, first round knockout. Sodiq Youssef defeated Alex Karis with a unanimous decision. Khalif Kautry Jr. defeated Carl Robinson, second round TKO. We have Drew Dober defeats Terence McKinney, first round TKO. Alex Pereira defeats Bruno Silva via unanimous decision. And these last three are unanimous decision as well. So Matthew Samalasberger defeats AJ Fletcher. JJ Aldrich defeats Gillian Robertson. And Javid Pashran defeats Trevin Jones. And WWE SmackDown, went down. Charlotte Flair finally got the upper hand on her WrestleMania 38 opponent Ronda Rousey. Flair and Rousey's feud kicked into a new gear on WWE SmackDown. SmackDown was the Flair and Rousey show on Friday night, as the rivals developed their WrestleMania's rivalry over 2 segments throughout the evening. The SmackDown Women's Champion Flair got a measure of vengeance on Rousey after being grappled on last week's SmackDown and Elimination Champion event. Big E suffered a very serious injury in SmackDown's opening match. The WWE Intercontinental title was defended by Ricochet. The US South's WrestleMania opponents were revealed, and Brock Lesnar gave Paul Heyman a serious scare. Lots of developments on Friday's program. So this took place on the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. So Pat McAfee attacked Austin Theory after Theory smacked. After Theory slapped him. So we have Rick Boogs defeats Jey Uso via pinfall. We have Naomi and Sasha Banks defeat Tayala Shayna Baszler via pinfall. We have Drew McIntyre fought off Happy Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss, Jinder Mahal, and Shanky. And Sheamus and Ridge Holland defeats New Day via pinfall. And that's all we have for your sports play, folks. Now we're going to move on to music. Megan Thee Stallion, Jason Aldean, John Legend, Charlie Puth, and Manny Skin are set to perform on 2022 iHeartRadio's Music Awards, which will air live from the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles on Tuesday, March 22nd. The show's host, LL Cool J, and Icon Award recipient Jennifer Lopez will also perform on the show. And we have some new music from Megan Thee Stallion and Dua Lipa and Sweetest Pies. We have Lil Durk release his new album, 7 to 20. Is this new album or is it a song? I remember he was using an album. Yeah, it's an album. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's an album. He was teasing a day beforehand. We have Lotto featuring 21 Savage and Wheelie. We have Rex Orange County, Who Cares? We have Florence and the Machine and My Love. We have Luke, Dape, and Candy Drip. And lastly, we have Kesley, ballerina, and actor Anthony Mackie are set to co-host the 2022 CMT Music Awards on April 11th. So this will be the show's first airing on CBS, where it is effectively replacing the AMC ACM Awards. So the nominations, the nominees for the 2022 CMT Music Awards will be announced March 16th as of this recording. So that's all we have for you, folks. Let me see if we have any last minute news, news breaking announcements, and we'll get right back to you, folks. So we have the Umbrella Academy Season 3 will premiere June 22nd. And it looks like that's all we have for you, folks. So if you guys are interested in sending us free email, here's how you could contact us. I want to know your feedback, your thoughts, if any questions you may have for us, sending us free email on our Discord server, leaving a voice note over at anchor.fm/TheImpactPlay, or even by sending us an email to reademail@theImpactPlay.com. Who knows, we may even be featured on a future episode or even a special read email segment of the show. So thank you guys so much for making us a part of your day. If you wish to join our community server over on Discord, join the exclamation Discord and chat now. And guys, we're trying to unlock subs over on Twitch and we need your help. Share the channel with your friends, your family, and anyone who benefits from the show. Let it go if you must, because every little bit helps. And leave us a review if we're just rating on your favorite platform. Will help us reach even more viewers, even more listeners all over the world. Have a great one, folks, and until next time, for all of our Gold Crews and above, also see you on the post show. For everyone else, have a good one.